Well, today we shall start. Another interesting concept in this graph theory that you have already seen connected graphs, right? So now we shall, discuss about the strength of connectivity in a graph. How strong a connected graph is. So here, this actually we shall learn this connectivity in graphs. This topic is connectivity connectivity in graph. Well, we have seen connected graphs earlier. You remember that a graph is connected if between every pair of vertices, the graph should have a path. And here actually we shall see some parameters, some graph theoretic parameters which measures the strength of connectedness or connectivity in a graph. So how strongly connected a graph is. So that we shall discuss here some graph theoretic parameters. Well, just I'll give you one example that suppose you are given uh, eight nodes. We have to I construct a network with 8 nodes and 16 links. Okay. So suppose you have to I mean, construct a network, construct a network with 8 nodes. Nodes means here we mean body cells. Huh? For us, we are using this terminology. 8 nodes and 16 links. Links means here in we are using this terminology edges. Okay, in best possible way. Okay, in best possible way. In best possible way. So, what is the meaning of this best possible way here? I mean, what what do I mean by this best possible way? Well, this best possible way means we should, suppose you are constructing this, telephone network, or maybe say railway network, or road network. So you should construct this network in such a way that here 8 nodes are there. Just I am giving a small example that 8 nodes and 16 links. So, in general, we shall ask this question for any n number of bodices and any m number of links kind of thing. So here, how this best possible way, just I want to explain what is the meaning of best possible way. So best possible way means you should construct this network in such a way that if any one of these nodes or stations get destroyed due to some reason, then the remaining should able to communicate, among themselves. They should able to communicate among themselves. That should not hamper the connectivity of other stations. Due to some reason, it's a few stations, or few nodes that gets destroyed. Okay, then the others should able to communicate among themselves. The connectivity should not be disturbed among themselves. So, the same thing actually, the same concept will ask for any link also. There are some links actually. Just I'll see the links maybe like this. Okay, so the links should be like this. I mean, the same question will ask also for links. So, I mean, the network should be constructed in such a way that if some link also get destroyed due to some some region, some natural calamity or some accident or some incident, some link is also gets destroyed. Then the others should able to communicate among themselves. Okay, so this measures actually the strength of connectivity of in a network or in a graph, how strongly it is connected. So for this we shall introduce some parameters. I shall answer this question that how to construct a network with 8 nodes and 16 links in best possible way. So we'll have this construction. Before that, I would like to introduce those parameters which measures this connectivity strength in a graph. Students, it is alright, super. You are able to listen to me? Just I am checking.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. You can listen. So, any doubt, any query before I go to those parameters?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So here we shall, define these parameters to measure connectivity in a graph in the following way. So this definition is like this. Here we consider graph be a connected graph, let G be a connected graph, connected and non-complete. Say I am not considering the complete graph. Okay, connected and non-complete graph. I am not considering the connected graph. So connected graph means you know that every pair of vertices are adjacent in that. So connected graph definitely will be having that high connectivity, you know. Okay. So here we are considering GBA connected non-complete. I am not considering this to be a complete graph, non-complete graph. Here in this graph we consider a set of vertices, a set S of vertices in G, vertices in G is called a separating set, called a, we use this terminology, it is called a vertex chord or a separating set. Some people use this terminology also, separating set of G if this G minus S, from this graph G will remove the vertices in S. If G minus S is a disconnected graph, if G minus S is a disconnected graph, originally we have taken graph B a connected graph and this set of vertices in S, okay, this set will be called a vertex chord. If we remove the vertices in S, after removal of vertices in S, the remaining in the graph will be a disconnected graph. Okay, so this will be called a vertex chord. Well, the connectivity of a graph, vertex connectivity or simply connectivity in a graph will be considered as the minimum size of a vertex chord in G. The connectivity, the vertex, sometimes we do use vertex connectivity just to, distinguish from edge connectivity. Simply we say this connectivity also. This sometimes we do use vertex connectivity. This word vertex or simply we say connectivity. The connectivity of G is the cardinality of A, the cardinality of A, I mean this is this I mean this minimum cardinality of a vertex chord. Okay, so this is the minimum number of vertices in G, so that that removal of those vertices will make the graph disconnected, or this is the minimum size, that minimum size of a vertex chord in G. So this is the this cardinality, I can write cardinality of the smallest vertex chord in G. Well, this vertex connectivity is denoted by, here I shall use this notation kappa G. This notation. Okay, vertex connectivity that denoted by this kappa G. Well, this vertex connectivity kappa G, this is vertex connectivity is minimum of, overall is that minimum of cardinality of S such that S is a vertex chord. S is a vertex chord of the graph G. Okay, you understand this vertex connectivity of a graph? Well, this vertex connectivity, okay, we will go to next page to explain through some examples. Why it is not clicking? Wait a minute, I will go to next page. It is not moving somehow. Okay. Well, so here let us see some examples. Okay. Let me draw one graph that, see, I'll take a simplest example. First, look at some example. Let us consider any path. Let us consider any path. Right? So here I have considered P6, path on 646. So what will be the vertex connectivity kappa of P6? Tell me, what will be vertex connectivity? Tell me, what will be the vertex connectivity?
Ma'am, 1.
Yes, it is equal to 1. See, if I remove any of these vertices other than the pendant vertices, other than this leaf vertices, okay, any one of these degree 2 vertices, if I remove, then the graph is going to be disconnected, right? So suppose I'll remove this. Okay, so after removal of this vertex, the remaining will be like this, right? The remaining is this after removal of this vertex. So therefore, vertex connectivity of any path is equal to, that is 1. Okay, one thing I'll tell you that these such vertices are called cut vertices. If whenever this cardinality of S is equal to 1, or the removal of single vertex will make the graph disconnected, then that single vertex is called a cut vertex. Cut vertex. So just I'll give you this definition. If for any vertex V in G, G minus B is disconnected. If this is disconnected, then vertex B is called a cut vertex. This is called a cut vertex. This is called a cut vertex. Called a cut vertex. Okay, let me write. This is called a cut vertex. Okay, so here this path P6, in this path P6, all these degree 2 vortices are caught vortices. Okay, so whenever this size of a separating set is equal to 1, that vortex will be called a caught vortex. So this path P6 is having 4 caught vortices, 4 caught vortices. Well, so the next example, consider any cycle. Okay, consider any cycle, right? Consider any cycle. Here I have taken again cycle on 6 vortices. So C6, tell me what is the vortex connectivity, this kappa of this cycle C6. What is the vortex connectivity of this? So what is the vertex? This vertex connectivity or connect
From
2. Yeah, it is equal to 2, right? If you would remove any single vertex from this cycle, it is not going to be disconnected. Remove any single vertex, it won't be disconnected. So vertex connectivity will be equal to 2, right? Well, so I'll give you another example. Let us see. Okay, some graph here I will consider. This is my third example. Well, so here, okay, let me take like this. So here I have taken, okay, suppose, I am considering that, okay, with this I'll take some example of a graph I am taking here. Say, I'll take like this, okay, and okay, one more edge also I am taking here. So the vortices are say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is my graph G. So I mean here in this graph we may have several vortex cut here we can construct. Okay, several vortex cut in this graph we can construct. Say for example, if I consider that, okay, which graph, say, uh, what will happen, this one, say, I'll take S1 here in this graph G, this is my graph G I have considered. So here you can construct several vortex chords. Just I am giving example of some vortex chords. So S1 I'll take here, say 8, 9, okay, 8 and 9 I have taken, and also I have taken say 4. Okay, see, I can increase, no, 7, this will be vortex cut. Okay, is it a vortex cut? I mean, if we remove these vortices, say here that 8, 9, and this 4 and 7 and 4. Okay, see, this is one example of a vertex plot also, right? This is one example of a vertex plot. If you remove these vortices, I mean this graph, that G minus S1, so G minus S1, you are left with this part, that here 1, 2, 3, and on the other side, I am having this edge only, okay, 5 and 6, right? So this G minus S1, G minus S1 is having all, I mean these two parts actually, okay, it is disconnected with two components, right? So this S1 is a vertex chord, okay, but S1 is a vertex chord, but we can still construct a vertex chord with smaller size than S1, with smaller number of vortices than S1. Can you construct? S1 is having cardinality 4, 4 vertices. Huh? So here still we can construct a vortex chord with smaller number of vertices than S1. Tell me. If I just remove
Ma'am, 9
2
and
and
2.
9. 9
8
and
and
6. 9
Ma'am,
and 2.
9 and
9 and
8
6,
and 2.
2. 8 and
9
9.
and 2 also. Yes, 9 and 2 if you remove Okay. 9 and 2, if you remove, then also it is disconnected. Yes, somewhere are there. S3. Another one, that is also a vertex cut. What happens? That
Ma'am,
tell me.
ma'am, can we say that like the vertex having the minimum neighbors, if you just remove those neighbors, then it will be disconnected?
Okay, vertices with minimum neighbor. If you remove.
Ma'am, like the degree of the vertex, whichever vertex is minimum degree, if you just
Uh-huh.
remove those neighbors, then the
Okay.
graph will be disconnected, right?
Not necessarily. Say here minimum degree vertices are, say for example, this 1 and 5 I'll take. So
Yes, ma'am.
after removing 1 and 5, whether the graph is
No, ma'am.
disconnected?
The neighbors of
Oh, you
one.
are saying that the minimum neighbor vertices, if you remove, then graph will not be disconnected, you are saying.
No, ma'am. I'm saying like the neighbors of 1 and 5 here. Like 9 and 6, if you can remove, then 5 will be disconnected, right?
Okay, you are saying that all the neighbors of a vertex, you are saying.
Ma'am, the vertex having minimum degree, if we
Uh-huh.
remove the neighbors of that vertex, like in this case, if we remove 9 and 6, like which are the neighbors of 5, then
Uh-huh.
like we'll get the minimum possible value, right?
Not necessarily.
Because
Say,
then 5 will be isolated, so the graph has to be disconnected.
oh, okay, okay. You are saying that. Acha, acha, acha. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that is one thing, and I'll come to that. That gives a bound for this. That gives a bound for this vertex connectivity, right? Yes, of course. That you want to, yes, the minimum degree vertex, if you remove, I mean its neighbors of minimum degree vertex, of course. Then
Yes.
you can isolate that vertex. Yeah, yeah. This is how we will get a this is how we get a bound for this vertex connectivity. Yes, that is correct. This is how also you can get. Okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah. This is how we can get. But if all the vertices have the same degree, okay. So in that case also, I mean, yeah, that minimum degree. Okay, we are the minimum degree will be upper bound for vertex connectivity. Yes, you are correct actually. Okay, you are correct. So you are saying that 9 and 6 CPU, so many vertex cut you'll get. Yes. So many vertex cut you'll get. Yes. So this is how we'll get a upper bound. I'll come to that. I'll this is that is very well known result. We'll get a upper bound that this vertex connectivity of any graph is less than or equal to this minimum degree in a graph. Okay, less than the minimum degree in a graph. See here. Okay, see look. I mean, you might be having, see, here you are isolating this vertex 5 by removing both its neighbor. Okay. So, then, that is why we are getting this neighbors of a minimum degree vertex as a vertex cut. So, therefore, this vertex connectivity is less than or equal to this minimum degree. You agree with this inequality? Do you agree with this inequality? What about your answer? Do you agree with this inequality? This vertex
Can you
connectivity is less.
repeat this part again?
Yes, sure. So what did I say there here? The vertex connectivity is less than or equal to minimum degree. Okay. So how do you get? If I take x be a minimum degree vertex, suppose x belongs to the graph and degree of x is equal to minimum. Okay. That is equal to delta g. Delta g is minimum degree in a graph. This notation we are using. Did you get my point?
Yes,
So,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yeah. So then I will say the neighbors of x be x1, x2 like this, x of this delta g number of neighbors. So now if we consider the set consisting of neighbors of the mod x, x1, x2 to the x delta g, then whether g minus s is disconnected. then this is disconnected, right?
Yes, ma'am.
G minus S will be disconnected. So therefore, S is a vertex chord. S is a vertex chord in G. And what is this vertex connectivity? Kappa G is minimum of all this cardinality. Okay, kappa G is minimum of minimum of cardinality of these all vertex chords, right? Understand that minimum of cardinality of all these vertex chords, right? So therefore, I mean, and the definition I have already given. Since this vertex chord is minimum cardinality of a vertex chord, therefore you get it is vertex connectivity is less than or equal to delta G. Did you get this?
Ma'am, could you give an example where it is lesser?
Yeah, where this will not be equal.
No, ma'am, like where it is less than the majority.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
give
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am. That
Yes,
part,
yes,
that part
of
I
course.
also didn't get.
Yeah. Okay, let us see. So, well, fine. I can give you some examples like this. Let us take. Okay, here. Okay, simply you take this one. So, what is the minimum degree? Some more also anything you can add here. No problem. Okay, I'll take this one or some more borders also you can add, right? So, what is the minimum degree here? Minimum degree is equal to 3, right? Delta G is equal to 3. Is it not?
Yes, ma'am, 3.
Vertex connectivity of this graph? What is the vertex connectivity of this graph?
1.
1.
This
Okay, ma'am.
graph is having chord vertices, right?
So,
So
ma'am,
if
in
you
case of components, it will happen.
huh?
Like if you have components, like
Which
fully connected
component?
components.
Which component?
Ma'am, like if you have two separate components and they're just joined by one edge, then probably this can happen. Like in this case, like you have two different components and you, like there's just one common edge joining them, right?
Okay. So okay. Yeah, for such kind of graphs. So actually, I'll discuss this also. Such kind of graphs. See here. I mean, I can have the graph like this also. Okay, I am having the graph like this. So minimum degree is here 3. Minimum degree is here 3. So now I'll remove these two. Right. I'll remove these two vertices. Vertex connectivity is equal to 2.
Okay, ma'am, I understood.
Did you get?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. Well, this is about vertex connectivity. Nice. And that chord vertex also we have discussed. Well, this complete graph, complete graph Kn, where every pair of vertices are adjacent. And this must be having vertex connectivity very high. Okay. And similarly, I'll discuss edge connectivity also. So, this is the convention that we take the vertex connectivity of complete graph Kn as n minus 1. Okay. So, this is the convention. I mean, we take the vertex connectivity of Kn, vertex connectivity of Kn is n minus 1. Okay, so that I mean any number of vertices you go on removing, this is not going to be disconnected. So this is the convention actually for complete graph. We take the vertex connectivity as n minus 1. Okay, you remember this, right? So similarly, we'll have this edge connectivity. So in the analogous way that we have constructed a vertex chord, I mean definition of a vertex chord or vertex connectivity, we'll have edge connectivity. Only those word vertex you replace by an edge. So here also we consider GBA connected graph. GBA connected graph. And an edge chord, I mean a subset, I mean a subset, I'll say that say D of H set of G is called an edge chord. This is called edge chord. That earlier one was vertex chord. This one is edge chord. If this, I mean from this graph G, we remove these edges in D. If G minus D is disconnected. If this is disconnected. And this edge connectivity in the similar way we define that the edge connectivity, here we say edge connectivity, and in case of vertex connectivity, simply we use the word connectivity also. Okay, sometimes we say vertex connectivity or simply connectivity. Edge connectivity of G, and here we use this notation denoted by here kappa prime G. Kappa prime G is the cardinality of a smallest edge chord. Okay, is the cardinality of a smallest edge chord. I mean here this kappa prime G is equal to this minimum of this cardinality of D, where D is an edge chord of G. Okay, so this is called edge connectivity of a graph G, right? And again, this like that analogous to that chord vertex, if I mean this D, I mean removal of removal of a single edge makes the graph disconnected, means that single edge will be called a cut edge or a breach, actually that is called a breach also. Okay, if removal of a single edge is for any edge say L in the edge set of the graph G, G minus L, G minus L is disconnected. If this is disconnected, then then this L will be called, then L is called an edge cut or a breach, called a cut edge. This is called cut edge, called a cut edge or a breach, or this is called a breach. Okay, so I mean that you take this example again for path. I mean you consider any path. So here I have taken P5 and its edge connectivity kappa prime G, G is here P5. Okay, kappa prime of this path P5, what is that? What is it? Again you get 1, right?
Yes.
So any of these edges you remove. Yeah, any of these edges you remove, the graph will, this path will be disconnected, right? Okay, in general, I'll tell you for any tree. Why only for a path? Okay, if you consider any tree, you consider for any tree, every edge will be a breach. See, for a path, every edge here, every edge is a breach or a cut edge. So for in general, any tree you consider, for it any tree, every path is a breach. Every path is a cut edge. Okay. So and also you get that for any tree T, that you get this, I mean kappa of this tree, vertex connectivity is also equal to 1, and edge connectivity kappa prime g, that is also equal to 1, right? Every edge is a bridge. This is also equal to 1. I mean every edge of T is a cut edge or a bridge. This is a cut edge of a bridge. Okay, right? So therefore trees are minimally connected graphs. Okay, therefore trees are also known as minimally connected graphs. Well, so similarly that we can have many examples of this vertex connectivity and edge connectivity. Well, so shall I come back to the question that I have asked in the beginning, that I mean, can we construct, so that question that I have asked in the beginning, that construct a network. Okay, construct a network on n nodes, on 8 nodes and 16 links in best possible way. In best possible way means that should have maximum vertex connectivity and edge connectivity. That is the, I mean, meaning of that best possible way. The meaning of best possible way means, I mean the maximum possible vertex connectivity and maximum possible edge connectivity. Well, so you just look, I mean, the similar to your that argument, the vertex connectivity is less than or equal to minimum degree in the graph. Can you get that the edge connectivity is also less than or equal to minimum degree? Can we get this inequality? That in any, I mean, in any graph, if you are having a, I mean, this, okay, vertex of minimum degree.
Yes, ma'am, we can get this in this case also.
Yeah, x is degree of x is equal to delta g, the minimum degree. Okay, so all the edges incident on this vertex, you remove all these edges, and x will be similarly, will be isolating this vertex x. Okay, similarly, will be isolating this vertex x. So therefore, we get also this inequality, and this leads to very famous theorem actually, that is Whitney's theorem. Just I'll write the statement. Of course, partially we have already proved this one. Okay, and I'll not give you the full proof of this theorem. This is due to Whitney's theorem. Okay, Whitney's theorem. This is Whitney's theorem. This is for a simple graph G, for a simple graph G, this vertex connectivity is less than or equal to edge connectivity. They are related like this. Vertex connectivity and edge connectivity also, they are related like this, and they are less than or equal to minimum degree in the graph G. Okay, so already we have proved this inequality, less than or equal to delta G, that is trivial one, and you have already observed this. Okay, and this is G1. However, this one is slightly involved. Okay, I am not giving proof of this. Okay, if you are interested, you can read from the book. Okay, or we can discuss also later on. I mean, if I take extra class for the explanation of all these proofs and all, if you like, I can explain. But now, because of lack of this time and all, I am not giving this proof part. Okay, fine. So now you come back to that question, that construct a network, I mean construction of a network. Okay, let us see this one. So here you construct a network G on n vertices. N vertices. I am taking this is 8. In general, I'll take this n later on. G on 8, this example we'll see on 8 vertices and 16 edges, so that this graph will be having maximum possible value of vertex connectivity and edge connectivity, so that G is having, so that G will be having maximum possible value. G will be having maximum possible, maximum, with maximizing this vertex connectivity and edge connectivity. Maximum possible vertex connectivity and edge connectivity. Vertex connectivity and edge connectivity. Okay, this is what I mean best possible way to construct this network. Well, tell me, how can you construct this network? See, here I am giving one example of such a network. But that won't be that best possible one. See, I am constructing a network with with 8 nodes and 16 links. So I am constructing the network in this way. Let me take this. Okay, it's 16. So I'll make all this adjacent. All this vertex I'll make adjacent. So it is this graph is having. Okay, this graph is having that 8 nodes and 16 links. Okay, it is fulfilling that number of nodes and number of links. Okay, 8 vertices here and 16 links. 8 vertices and 16 edges. This network is having, or this graph is having. But this is having very poor vertex connectivity, right? Very poor vertex connectivity. Vertex connectivity is only 1. For this graph, G, say G1, say kappa of G1 is equal to only 1. It is a chord vertex. Okay, vertex connectivity is only 1. This is very poor one. However, edge connectivity is slightly bigger. So what is this edge connectivity of this graph? Tell me. Edge connectivity? Edge connectivity will 3. Edge connectivity will get 3. So this is not a, best possible network with this prescribed number of vertices and edges. Okay, because it is a chord vertex. Vertex connectivity is very poor. Due to some reason, this node will get destroyed. Then this network will be disconnected. Right? This network will be disconnected. Right? So therefore, this is not a best possible one. So can you improve? Can you have a better network with this prescribed number of vertices and edges? Well, let me construct another one. Let me construct.
We can connect the corresponding vertices of the components from one component to another.
Okay, let me draw another one.
It's like a cube with cross diagonals.
Cube. Okay. See, here I am constructing another one, another network. This network is also having 8 nodes I have taken, and 16 links also I have taken. See, number of edges also 16. For this graph G, here I will say G, number of vertices is 8, links also 16. That you can see. Vertices is 8, edges also, that is our required number, that is 16, it is meeting. And what about its vertex connectivity and edge connectivity? Tell me, for this graph, what is vertex connectivity and what is edge connectivity? Kappa G and kappa prime G. Determine and then tell me this number.
Edge connectivity is 4.
Edge connectivity is 4. Yes, actually here both edge and connectivity and vertex connectivity will be 4. I mean removal of fewer than 4 bodies will removal of any 3 bodies will not make this disconnected. Removal of. Okay, you'll get example of a I mean vertex cut with 4 bodies. You'll able to find out 4 bodies, removal of which will make the graph disconnected. And removal of fewer than 4 bodies. Any 3 bodies you will not make this disconnected. Okay, so I mean this is so now the question is that whether we have achieved this best possible network with this prescribed number of bodies and edges, whether we have achieved this one, this graph G, can we say this is a best possible network? Best possible network means here that maximum possible value of vertex connectivity and edge connectivity. So how far you can go this vertex connectivity and edge connectivity? When do you achieve this maximum possible value? When do you achieve this
When it is equal to the degree of
minimum
the
degree?
minimum
But
degree,
what?
yes.
Yeah, that I mean because of this Whitney's theorem, we are having this upper bounds for vertex connectivity, edge connectivity. This is delta G. Okay, so then now the question is that with this prescribed number of vertices, n vertices, okay, n vertices, and e number of edges, e number of edges, okay, uh, n vertices in e edges, what will be the maximum possible value of this delta G? That we should analyze this maximum possible value of delta G, and then we'll try to achieve this vertex connectivity and edge connectivity that should be equal to delta G. Then you will have this best possible network. So on n vertices and e edges, what is the maximum possible value of delta G? So here I mean, we'll have this small result whether you'll get like this. Let G be a graph on n vertices. I mean, I want to say that if G is a graph on n vertices and e edges, n vertices and e edges, then what will be maximum possible value of this minimum degree? So whether it is less than or equal to twice E by N, this you get from that first theorem of graph theory. Do you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, right.
Yes, ma'am.
Basically average degree. This twice E by N. Right. You know that is the summation of degree of all the bodies is X belongs to vertex set of G is equal to twice total number of edges. Then average vertex degree. Okay, if we take this average vertex degree, okay, average vertex degree means you have to divide by n. That degree of x belongs to vertex set of, okay, v of g divide by n, both sides, twice e by n. This is what average vertex degree. Okay, average vertex degree is twice e by n. This is what your average vertex degree. So some number is average number. Means what can you say that other numbers in that you are having a set of numbers. We are finding its average number in that. So definitely in that set you will have some numbers which will be less than, either all are equal to this average number, either all the numbers are equal to this average number, or some numbers will be less than this, or some numbers will be bigger than that, right? So therefore this minimum degree will be less than or equal to twice e by n. Okay, understand? Right. So now you come back to this example. Our question was that, so whether it is possible to further that improvement of possible to improve this vertex connectivity and edge connectivity or not, whether we can have further improvement on these numbers, whether we'll have further improvement. See,
I
this,
think
no, na, right? What
yeah.
is your answer?
No, ma'am.
So here,
This is
what
the
is the, yeah, delta G will be less than or equal to that number of edges, that is 16, and number of vertices is 8, right? So this is less than or equal to 4, right? So this delta G is bounded by 4. At the most 4 you can have. And we have already achieved this in this graph. The minimum degree we have achieved. So this is the best possible way to construct a network with this 8 vertices and 16 edges. Right? So do you agree on this? Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So, or any doubt so far, whatever we have done?
ma'am.
Tell me.
It's the best possible network. Whatever we'll be getting, like suppose let's say I got another configuration, it's also best possible. It will be isomorphic with this, now.
See, not
Or
always
can I
you
get
have
a unique
isomorphic.
solution, completely
Okay,
different one?
that you need not have to be that always you will be getting isomorphic graph. Okay, this is a small number of vertices and edges. You might be getting several networks with this, several best possible networks with prescribed number of vertices and edges. And all those best possible networks may not be isomorphic to each
Okay,
other.
okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. But for
May not
small
be isomorphic.
numbers, it's possible that all we're getting is isomorphic, right?
Yeah. Okay, you may
Yes,
not
ma'am.
be being. I think we'll able to get some more examples. See here, I have asked this question for 8 nodes and 16 links only in general. Well, so just one thing I'll tell you that you will have best possible network if this equality holds in this Whitney's theorem, right? I mean, you can have that best possible network with if this equality holds in that network. I mean, vertex connectivity will be equal to edge connectivity equal to the minimum degree. That is your best possible network. If in a graph, all these 3 parameters are equal, then you have achieved this maximum value of these parameters, right? So in a best possible network, you will have equality in this Whitney's theorem. All 3 parameters will be the same, right? Okay. Look at, there are many examples of graphs for which equality holds in this Whitney's theorem. For example, let us see our this well-known hypercubes, those graphs that, I mean, this k-dimensional hypercube, the k-dimensional hypercube, k-dimensional hypercube, you just remember this QK, k-dimensional hypercube. So tell me this k-dimensional hypercube, you know that these are all k-regular graphs, right? These are all k-regular graphs. Degree of every vertices are equal to, that is k-regular graph. So you know that, I mean, this minimum degree is equal to k, degree of every vertex is equal to k. So you check this one, that even other parameters, they are all equal. That, I mean, it is a bit difficult, not easy to, I mean, not easy to this verify that this vertex connectivity, edge connectivity, and the minimum degree easily you can see that is equal to k, because from the definition itself we know that these are all k regular graphs. But for a hypercube also, this vertex connectivity, edge connectivity, they all agree, okay, with this minimum degree actually, with this minimum degree. I mean, of course, this part is slightly difficult to prove. It is not so easy to prove this portion that it is equal to k. Okay. So I think today it is already time, and tomorrow I will give you, I mean, that is some more construction of networks, best possible networks with that any number of any n number of vertices, and there whatever connectivity you want actually. Okay, see, this for this hypercube, that regular graph. And vertex, I mean, you know that the number of vertices, it is a lead time. The number of vertices here always equal to, you know that here 2 to the power k, right? Power of k. So number of vertices is a power of 2 only. Power of 2. We'll have some more constructions tomorrow. Let me tell one more thing. Your portion for this third test that I'll conduct sometime on the 17th or 18th November, that I have to find out slot which one will be free. And then for this test 3, actually I shall not make this syllabus very vast syllabus, because I don't want to, get less mark and all that. You should perform well. And already also this is like continuous evaluation process, and we have already evaluated earlier. I have evaluated you. So I'll just the portion will be from your this trees onwards. Okay, I'll make this syllabus bit light. Okay, so your portion for this test 3 will be starting from trees, and whatever I'll teach till this second week of November. Third week you are having test, right? Third week of November you are having test. So from trees onwards, whatever I'll teach till second week of November. Okay, that will be your syllabus for test 3. So therefore, be sincere and work hard from now itself, so that you will perform well in test 3. Okay, for test 1 and test 2, I have told you I will take best of 2 of those 2 tests, because test 2 performance was not so good for on overall. Actually performance was not good. So for test 1 and test 2, I'll take best of 2, and for this test 3, portion will be from trees onwards, and whatever I'll teach to up to that second week of November. And for this test 3, full marks will be 50 marks. Okay, full marks will be 50 marks. Okay, no compensatory or any other kind of test I'll take for this test 3. This 50 marks from that will be considered. Okay, syllabus is also I am reducing, and I am giving you, warning that you start preparation from now itself, so that you will perform well. Okay, you have any query? That's all.
Ma'am, in Whitney's theorem, can we always find a graph such that a vertex connectivity is equal to edge and is equal to the minimum degree? Like, is it always possible?
Yeah, all 3, no? All 3 parameters, right? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tomorrow I'll give construction. Okay.
Okay.
Tomorrow I'll
okay.
give construction.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll get it. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Welcome.